numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue punts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready?
Get ready, no.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Check, 47. Got one.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 14 carries, 63 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott now connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A look now at the defensive starters for Philadelphia. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott caught. It's Wilson. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the seems like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here.
Talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right
in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Prescott, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak, but we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
I got you.
Wentz will try again on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Woods. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know the rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Stay with your man.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to get you all day.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Tyson.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Woods, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
What we got?
Now Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more have to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage. Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter. because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Well, just like you said, they've got the lead. Don't do anything silly. Run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, so far, just the single catch. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. It was the safety, Darian Thompson, that time who was able to break it up. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
47. Get him!
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Prescott to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now
the Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wentz going to throw. For the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That takes us from second to third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mike. Mike. All day, baby, all day.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz on the draw, leads it for Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. brought down by Nate Gehrig.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Eagles. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now wins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. This to Jarwin. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A first down carry by Elliott. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll go again with Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it, baby.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to Jeffrey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now on 1st down. It's caught by Aguilar. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Wentz. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. This is Elliott. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Throwing here, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.